Still using the same resume format since 2015? We need to talk. If you are still using the same resume CV format you had in 2015 or worse, 2005, this is your wake up call. We definitely need to talk because what worked a decade ago doesn't just fail today, it actively hurts your chances, even though you are the perfect candidate with all those skills and more. I'm Martin Buckland, a global executive resume and CV writer. I've been writing executive resumes for over 32 years. And I can tell you this, resumes have changed more in the last 3 years in content and format than they did in the previous 29 years before that. That's not hype, that's a fact. The game has changed. Resume writing has changed. Too many people, too many business leaders, and those who aspire to be business leaders are now using outdated resume and CV formats and content. Let me start with a painful truth. If your resume was written before 2021, I can virtually guarantee it's an outdated format. I've seen it time and time again. People sending resume CVs that instantly look outdated, let alone in the wrong format. They are using dense paragraphs, Times New Roman font, which is a no-no, objective statements, responsibilities instead of results, no keywords, often headers, footers, columns, tables, all of which are death to that applicant tracking system, otherwise known as ATS. Well, you might think, but I'm the perfect candidate. I believe you. I totally believe you. But the ATS doesn't care. It's a computer. It's looking for the right data in the right place. If it doesn't find it, your resume goes straight in the bin. Not because of your talent, but because of your format. One mistake, one misplaced character or bullet or unreadable heading, and that ATS won't process your resume, your CV, and send it before human eyes ever see it. You wonder why you're not receiving calls for more information prior to an interview? Here is the thing that most executives don't realize. ATS usage has exploded since 2021. Companies went remote, hiring went digital. Now most, if not all executive recruiters use ATS software, sometimes just to store your resume in their database until the right job comes up. So your resume needs to do two things. Number one, pass the ATS. And number two, impress the human eye, impress the human mind in that order. A legacy format, no matter how polished, isn't machine readable. The ATS now rules your recruitment. This machine is the gatekeeper. It's not going away. So what does that mean? It means you need to have a simple, clean layout, a modern font, no graphics, no columns, no tables, no headers, no footers, no underlines, and much more. You need to have keywords tailored to your function, your industry, your level, and geography. Yes, if you're an EMBA or at the C-suite, you should not have a one-page resume. That's another myth that needs to die. For business professionals today with 15 or more years experience, a full, I mean full, not 2.5 or 2 1/3, but a full 3-page resume is ideal. Now, let me get blunt with you. If you've been using the same resume or even the same format for 10, 15, 20 years, you're sabotaging yourself. You're sinking your chances while adding to your own frustration with job search. Job search is frustrating in itself. Don't add your added frustration. Think about what's changed since 2015. LinkedIn now dominates executive search for searching for potential candidates. The ATS is standard across all sectors, including nonprofit and the public service across the world. Recruiters are busier and under more pressure than ever. Branding, your personal branding is non negotiable. You have to sell yourself, get in that sales mode. Yet your resume still starts with experienced professional seeking a challenging position. Oh my gosh, terrible. Come on, that might have worked in 1995, but not now. So what does a modern executive resume look like? Here's what it needs to do. It needs to sell yourself in the top third of page one. Start with the job title of the job you are applying for, followed by 4 key hard skills the potential employer is asking for. These 4 skills, you look in the job notice and pick them out and put them in there just beneath the job title, because that gives you extra points with that ATS. Follow this with your 15, 17, or 19 word personal brand statement and a 4 to 6 line margin to margin soft skill summary. Next is the customized keywords, buzzwords, tailored to your function, industry, level, and geographic market, and matched to the job description. This top third of page one should relay, here's what I bring, here's the impact I make. The bulk of the resume, CV, from this point, normally halfway down page one, is your professional experience, where the focus is on accomplishments built around the STAR acronym, not responsibilities. You are going to be hired for your performance, not your responsibilities. Clear, results-focused bullets using quantifiable metrics. ATS format, no tables, no headers, no footers, fancy graphics, or anything like that. Customized for each role. Never use a generic resume or a CV. It's a performance-driven document. You have between 6 and 10 seconds to get the attention. Every word needs to deliver an impact. Use action verbs to stimulate the reader's engagement. If you're not getting interviews and you know you're qualified, it's time to stop blaming the market. It could be your resume, your CV, or it could be the way you are conducting your job search approach. I've seen countless cases where talented executives apply and hear nothing until they rewrite their resume, their CV from scratch to meet that very, very strict, sophisticated ATS criteria. Suddenly, they're getting calls because they're now ATS resume ready, brand aligned, and clearly articulating their value. If your resume hasn't been touched in years, if you're using the same format from over 4 years ago and wondering why there is silence, the silence is deafening, it's time for a change, time for a rethink. Let me help. I offer a free, no obligation, no sales pitch executive resume critique for 30 minutes on Zoom. We'll go through your resume together and I'll show you line by line what's working, what's failing, and what needs to evolve and what needs to change. So if you want to take advantage of this free, no obligation resume critique and my 30 years experience, please send your resume to the address below, and I will be in touch. I will then schedule a Zoom meeting. Doesn't matter where you live in the world. I'm global. This is too important to wing it. Your resume is your first impression. You need to make it count. I'm Martin Buckland, a global executive resume and CV writer. Your career is your business. Manage it like a business. For more insights, visit my YouTube channel, Martin Buckland, and hit the subscribe button and the bell button where you will be notified of future videos coming down the pipeline. Thanks for watching today, and hopefully you've got some tips and tricks on how to win with the ATS software.